What's up, family? How y'all doing? I'm gonna let you guys watch the video first, and then you're gonna get my reaction at the end. So basically, you're getting ready to see this story is not anything new, y'all. It actually happened a while ago to a young lady by the name of Kenneka Jenkins. A lot of y'all have heard of this story, so let's take a look.
Hours of new video are released revealing more about a woman found dead in a hotel freezer. CBS 2's Audrina Begas joins us now. So you poured through this video. What is it showing us?
36 hours of video, and this was just released to us a few hours ago. This video shows Kenneka Jenkins walking into the kitchen, but we never see her entering the freezer. And tonight, that is why her family is not satisfied with the theory that she walked into the freezer on her own. Surveillance video shows Kenneka Jenkins walking with friends at the Crowne Plaza Hotel early Saturday morning. We see her a few hours later by herself. At one point, she stumbles out of an elevator. Later, she repeatedly hits the wall walking down this hallway. Another camera catches her running into a stairwell and then catching her fall. Video time codes appear to show Kenneka roaming the hotel for over an hour.
She's trying to find her way, and no one from Crowne Plaza Hotel responds to her.
Around 3:30 a.m., Kenneka enters a lower-level kitchen in the hotel. She walks out of frame, but then she's captured walking here on another camera. But we still don't see her entering the freezer.
I want to see her literally actually walking into this freezer and closing herself within this freezer.
I want all of the recordings, all of the communications, all of the reports, the statements that were taken. I want to know the individuals that were there.
Tonight, Rosemont police say 31 people were at the party with Kenneka inside the hotel room, booked with a fraudulent credit card. Police say they're still trying to identify and find 15 of the partygoers. Meanwhile, autopsy and toxicology results have yet to be released.
Why is Kenneka dead? That's where we need to be. We will get to the bottom of it. We will only go to where the facts lead us.
Kenneka's family attorneys say they will be conducting their own independent investigation.
Okay, so basically, y'all, she goes to this party with her friends, and if you watch a lot of the videos of people who have been digging and researching, which I highly encourage you to if you're interested, there's lots of videos that show that these girls were never really her friend like that. Kenneka, out of her group of friends, had the good job. She had a good car. Not that any of that matters to us, but when you're around wolves, that can be, it can definitely turn friends into enemies really quickly if one of your friends is moving on in life a little bit more than you are. Okay, so they go to this party, y'all. In the videos, you can see them. In my eyes, you can see them literally slipping a Mickey in this girl's drink, and then she ends up literally basically passed out in the party itself. And then she gets out of the party and starts roaming around the hotel and ends up in this freezer. Now, this is where my discrepancy comes in, okay? So they actually the autopsy report came back and said that she had this in her system. Topiramate, however you say it, right? This drug is used for people who suffer with insomnia, who can't fall asleep, epilepsy, to help suppress their seizures, things of that nature. The side effects of this drug you see here. So the side effects of this drug, you can see that right here, is dizziness, drowsiness. It causes you to forget. It causes you to lack memory, things like that. That are the side effects of this drug, right? So it would explain why she hadn't had too much to drink that night to be in the condition that she was, but why she got more loopy than normal, right? So if you're looking at the footage, you see her walk into the freezer, or walk into the kitchen, excuse me. You never actually really see her go into the freezer. Now, do I believe that this was done on purpose? Absolutely. I absolutely 100% feel like it was, because I understand her autopsy shows no foul play or whatever. But they're disturbing, but if you look at the girl's pictures, okay? Look at this young lady's pictures. She has bruises on her face. Her lips are swollen like somebody hit her in the face. Her hair was perfectly flat ironed before she went to this party, and it was all over her head like she had been in a swimming pool. Literally, like it was napping out. It did not look how it looked even in the camera where she's walking into the kitchen. Her pants were pulled halfway down, unbuttoned. And her shirt was also, I believe, ripped open as well. One of her shoes were missing, and she had bruises on her feet. Her ankle was swollen, and she had massive bruises around the bottoms of her feet. Another thing that I noticed was the freezer door that she supposedly locked herself in. Her lip gloss was sitting right on the seal, on the door seal of the door. You know how you have, this is the door seal, right? And this is the door, and it opens like this, open and shut. This is the bottom, and then this is you opening and closing the door. This is the ceiling. These are the sides, okay? Her lip gloss, when they were taking pictures of her, was sitting like this. So if they were opening the door from the outside, how did her lip gloss fall right on the seal like this? That's another thing that I noticed. So I feel like her friends definitely had something to do with her ending up in that freezer. I feel like there was a lot in this investigation that was covered up. The surveillance that you hear about in the video was super altered. There are a lot of timestamps that were skipped. And I'm talking about like a whole 30 minutes to hours where you would see the time jump. It would literally jump from like 5 o'clock to 8 o'clock like that. And you wouldn't see anything in between. So the footage was altered extremely. There's even footage, the cameras that they have they censor movement. And you'll see the movement sensors pop up on the screen whenever somebody's moving within the frame of the camera. And that little box would be popping up, but nobody would be there. So yeah, I feel like, and also with her car, her so-called friends had her cell phone and her car keys. They made sure they had that. They didn't make sure they watched after her, but they made sure they had her car keys and her phone. And they left, okay? Act like they was looking for this girl, left. It wasn't until hours later that they finally got a hold of her mom and told her that she had been missing for hours and they didn't know where she was. So, yeah, that's my thoughts on it. It's very sad. I think Kenneka was in a pack of wolves that she thought was her friends. Unfortunately, jealousy is a real thing and it will go that far. That's why you should stay away from people who do not favor you, who don't favor what you do. And we oftentimes, we get ourselves caught up in relationships with people like that. But once you realize it, it's always best for you to just get out of that situation. Don't be mad at the person. Don't blame them. Everybody's grown. You know, you saw the sign. Take heed to it and keep yourself safe and the people around you safe, because you never really know who you got sitting in your corner for real, okay?